Hi Cancer, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Cancer, this is your love reading starting today on the 9th of the 9th, which is very beautiful numerology wise because it is a double ending of something, but also number 9 is all about the unconditional love. Unconditioned. So it's really, really beautiful. I'm going to use this Archangel Power Tarot cards by doing Virtue to first get your 2 cards for your general feel of what's going on for you right now. Then we're going to look more into your energy and then more into your person's energy. So let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. Cancer energy. First one out. Ooh. And second one, which is 2. So let's see. First is Knight of Ariel, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. Is this you? Is this them? Let's see. This card represents a very new energy, a new feeling around love, so it could perhaps be a new love that's coming in for you, Cancer. We're gonna go deeper and find out. I just feel here that you're literally sitting on the ground, it feels like, and putting money into the ground. This just feels like you put a lot of energy, like money can represent energy, and it feels like you've put a lot of energy into, like a lot of effort into your love life, into your loving yourself, feeling yourself, understanding yourself, and that's going to pay off big time. And even though this is like representative of money, and we would, like in any other circumstance, would say it would pay off money-wise, it could, but since this is a love reading, it's going to pay off energy-wise. So the love that is coming in, because of what you've been putting down, what you've been sowing, is going to be really beautiful. The Knight, like I said, is speaking about a very new energy. I know it's being reversed. It's Knight of Ariel is what it says. So Knight is all about new, and Ariel is all about love. So there's a new love here. And then we have 8 and 9. I always love when there's a process like that. When 8 and 9 comes out, or 6, 7, 8, or something like that, it just means that there's a process here. And we have a strong number 9 here on the table, because we have already 9 in the numerology today. So let's see what this is about. 8 on Michael is something around the lines of choosing to be free in your mind. This is somebody sort of opening the gate. If it would focus. Sometimes when I like go this weirdly close, it focuses. Not today. There you go. Do you see how you open the gates? It's like you open the gate to your heart. You're holding this blue scarf or this blue whatever in your hand, which means that like you have a little touch of Michael. You have a little, you're listening in, you're paying attention. Michael is there to give you advice, is there to guide you. And Michael, with this blue border, and Michael being so blue that he is, it's all about the authenticity for you right now. Feeling the realness of things, feeling the realness of a partner, the realness around love, the authenticity. On the bottom here, you have like a rope. There's a shackle, and boja in Swedish, like a shackle right next to you there on the next to your legs. It's not around your leg, it's next to it. And then you have a foot inside a rope there. I don't know if you see that. It's like the rope isn't tight around your leg. It's just around your leg, and so you can walk away whenever you want to. You can choose to sort of lift that foot and be completely free. So with this 8 on Michael, 8 is all about the infinity sign. It's endless possibilities. It's so above, so below, so in heaven, so on earth. So it's like whatever you're thinking about, you can bring into earth. Whatever's in heaven, you can bring into earth. And this is something around the lines of you can choose to be free. So you perhaps in a previous situation or in a love situation have felt stuck or in bondage, or like you couldn't move, or or that there wasn't freedom. And now there's something happening around you that you're choosing to be free. I feel like this is you opening up, choosing to be free. And just so you know, it can come across as obviously like really, really, it sounds so silly to say, but because it can come across as somebody else can do something to you, and also that somebody else can do something for you. Like if somebody else literally says, I don't know what, somebody says something to you, it's not like they just didn't say it, or somebody comes knocking at your door. It's not like they're not there. Of course they're there, and they're saying stuff. However, it's you creating it. So with that, I just want to say, when you choose to be free, it's like, okay, so even though somebody maybe had you feel like you weren't free, or you were in a relationship where you couldn't feel yourself, authentically yourself, and maybe you didn't even realize that until you were out of the relationship, because it feels like I'm picking up on people who are now sort of in between. I don't want to say in between, but because there's nothing wrong with being single, and there's nothing wrong with being in the relationship. It's a preference. It's what you prefer. I just feel like this, I'm connecting in for these two particular cards, I just have to say, because they might be for committed down the line here. But for right now, the energy is about somebody that has been in a relationship and is now single, but maybe there's some sort of lingering energy from the past. And I'm trying to say in a somewhat weird way that you might have felt not free, but it's always your choosing. No matter what anybody else is doing, it's always your choosing to either feel free or to feel in bondage, because nobody else ever has that type of power over you. Okay? I know that's a tough one, but it's still true. So then we have 9. So there's a progress here. We have 8 and then we have 9. And it's beautiful that we move into the 9 because we have the 9th of the 9th today. And this is like, it's sort of tying back into this, how you sat down. You started out sitting down here with this, so reflective. Planting seeds, which there is planting money. Planting monies. And it's like premonition, I guess you could say. It's a hint. It's a pre understanding of what is coming up ahead. And here it's like somebody, it's like you remember something in the past, or something like it stopped. At one moment it stopped, and it was a bit dry, like a dry dirt, and nothing was ever growing. And here it's coming up again. So it's like there's been a bit of waiting time here, I feel. But it's time to reap what you've sown. You're opening up the gates. So we're going to go deeper into this and find out what this is about. I'm using the Mystical Wisdom card deck here. So beautiful. So first I want to clarify. I need to clarify for all of these because they're tying in all together in a way. But let's see what comes out. Clarifier here, please. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I love this. So this is you just sitting with this. It's just gorgeous, these images. You're sitting with this, almost like I see this as a snow globe. I can shake the snow globe. But it's almost like a crystal ball. The fairies there on the bottom. There are 3 fairies there on the bottom who sort of are just waiting there with you. The fairies to me are the creators of the uniworld. Creators of the universe. They want to they want to make things happen. And so when I see fairies, I know that there's something is up, something is about to manifest. This is sort of when this has potential on the bottom, and think big for your future. This is the clarifier of this, where you planted the seed, you planted the energy, you planted the money. And this is like the wish. It feels like you really wished for this next person that is coming into your life. You really have thought about it. That's what I pick up, that you've done such a good job with yourself, working on yourself, to be in this very receptive, to be able to receive the type of love. Like, people go around wishing for all types of people, and they're not even close to be that themselves. It's easier to compare it with money, because it's like, if you're feeling completely broke, you're not in the vicinity, at least not this very minute, or at least not probably today. You're not in the vibration to attract super rich ideas or a lot of money today, because you're feeling the outpour of vibration is the feeling of poor, right? And still you ask for a lot of money, and then you're sort of disappointed that the money is not coming in, because you're using, I love when people say they're using the law of attraction. Yeah, it's like you're saying, so I decided today that I'm going to use gravity. Yeah, gravity uses you whether you know it or not. And the same thing with law of attraction. And it's like the law of attraction is always going to respond to whatever's going out from you vibrationally. So this is like, before people really understand this, it's like they're asking for the person of their dreams. They might find somebody, and on the first 2 days they see like super potential, and then 2 months in, it's like, why do I keep attracting these douchebags, or these, I don't know, paranoid, I don't know what people are attracting. But it's like, why doesn't it ever change? Because you are not in the vicinity of anything that you're asking for. Cancer, you are in the vicinity of what you're asking for. If you're asking for superpower love, it's because I feel like you are really coming into your own. You're really coming into understanding who you are and what you are, and it really is beautiful, because it puts you in a place where you really truly can attract the person that you seek, because you are it yourself. I hope I'm making myself clear. I don't mean that I hope I make myself clear. That's not what I mean. Clarification for this 8 and 9, please. So there probably is a lot of super endings going on for you. You're wrapping something up, and you already put the seeds down in the ground. And you literally put a seed down in the ground. You literally ask for something new. The minute you feel like you're in something that you don't want, immediately you have already asked for the new. People think that you need to sit down and write. Like, if you haven't asked the universe, how should they know? You ask it from a vibrational point, right? And you ask from whenever you're in a detrimental, like when you feel like you're poor, you're asking for more money. It's a natural reaction. Okay, clarifier for, yeah, so choices comes out underneath this 9, 8 and 9, this process. But I feel I almost should put this over here, and this feels more this, where you sort of, you get to choose now if you want to feel in bondage, or like incarcerated, in lost, or if you want to feel free. And this with choices, I mean, how beautiful are these? You see that there's this woman with a castle on her head, as you usually walk around with. In the palm of her hand, this is like the hand coming out through the flowers here. there's a unicorn, not at all. This, yeah, unicorn. It's a unicorn couple. And if you listen to me before, you know that unicorns and peacocks are my indicator for a soulmate connection happening. And so it's like right in the palm of your hand. It's sitting in the palm of your hand. You're holding it. And then on this other side, I see this as a sort of a separation thing. And on this other side, there's like a woman with her child. And it's a choice for you right now. It's like it's a... I see these as moving birds as well. Like they're... Like we're moving... We're shifting something now. In terms of your love life, we're shifting. So perhaps you felt... We're going to go deeper into this, I feel... Because perhaps you felt like you already had your soulmate connection and you lost it and now you're single with a child. This is not gender specific, so this could also obviously be a man with a child. Or this is like it's time to move now. It's time to move into this. So like you've been single perhaps with a child and it's time for this love to happen. And you know which one it was. Perhaps you even thought you found your soulmate and it turned out it wasn't. So can we actually get some, I'm gonna take these, clarification for these choices? Because at first it feels like you have a choice now. You have a choice to feel free. You literally have a choice to feel free. You can just immediately start to feel free. And everything else around it has to act accordingly. It's just law. It's law-based. And ooh. 4 cards, and they're, oh wow. What a beautiful story. So, first of all, because these cards are so... They're so descriptive and they hold so much. I don't know, when I work with this deck, it's like there's so much detail in each and every one of these cards. So they're sort of, they're very meaty, if that makes sense. Like it's so much food in one card. So usually like one card is enough almost for a whole reading, and you got 4 for a clarifier, which just, it feels a bit daunting at first, but he really is telling a really beautiful story. Here's the 8 and 9. Like, here's the process also. Oh, it's so beautiful. So here, it feels like, at first, it looks really... it looks really bad, doesn't it? And it is. It's the 7 deadly sins. This is you sort of being beautiful Cancer, being all you, having this, being very much in alignment with yourself. Your hair is on fire in rainbow energy. Rainbow energy is coming out of your hands. And you literally are trying the very best. It's like you're trying to find your way in this world. You're trying to make a love relationship work. And all you get in return is just like, you see how like you try to send it out, but it just falls flat. It doesn't hook into anything. It's really... It has been a struggle. This is sort of my dark night of the soul. It's heavy. This is the phoenix rising. It's sort of coming back from the dead almost, trying and feeling defeated. This, and it doesn't even like care. It doesn't even care to explain where you go with this. This is like has led you to, if this sort of felt you got depleted somehow, some way. Maybe you really were like feeling completely stuck and you're now opening the gate again there. It's all about... This is like coming from a really bad place and doing a 180. I call this card my 180 card. On this beautiful tiger where you're the child on top and just playing. It looks like you were going so fast in one direction. Probably what you would consider the wrong direction, and then finding the strength, finding the courage to do a 180 and completely change direction. And do you see how happy you are? Like you're celebrating and there's so much life around you, and it's like just... I love this card. Into, which one do we want first? This one, okay. into this. So you go from 7 deadly sins, guys, into 7 heavenly virtues. Like I said, it's no wonder I sort of felt this, this feeling of the minute you feel like you lack something, the minute you feel poor, you ask so much for more money, or you ask for a solution. If you have super problems, you ask for super solutions, and you don't need pen and paper or whatever we're writing these days. You don't need your laptops to sit down and write out what the solution should be so that the universe knows what to deliver to you. It's not at all how it works. The minute, like, if you can allow yourself, you probably heard me maybe before talk about the rubber band analogy. The further back, like if you pretend that I have a rubber band around my finger here, and I take this rubber band and I pull it back. If I pull it nowhere, if I don't pull it anywhere, it's just, it doesn't go anywhere either. It just hangs there, right? But if I pull it back and I let it go a tiny bit, it's just gonna, tiny bit, it's going to go forward. But the further back I pull it, the further down you've gone, the more tight this has been. And when you finally let go or crack or give up or whatever it is that you've done, you let go. When you let go there, it's going to shoot as far as you've allowed yourself to go into the darkness, as far you're going to allow yourself to go into the light. And that's exactly what you've done. Is exactly what you've done. You started with the 7 deadly sins, going as far back as you can into the 7 heavenly virtues. So I don't know where you're going in terms of your love life. It's like you really asked for it. You asked for the biggest, most beautiful love relationship, and maybe you even would maybe even would argue that you haven't. You may even feel like, no, I haven't asked for that actually, because I don't know if I'm ready, or that's what I'm saying. You don't even have to dress the energy or vibration with words saying that you have asked for it. You just have to be in a really shitty situation to have asked for it. And you seem to be, and I don't mean, because sometimes people think that, you need to be really hurt or really wronged in a situation for it to be so bad, and you would maybe say like, no, nobody has ever hit me. Oh, then you probably have had it easy all along. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you've chosen feelings in the past that has been so heavy, so blocking of your energy, that this darkness, if you will, shadow side of you has just grown and grown and grown and grown, and equally in proportion, then the light just keeps growing. And this is the evidence of it. And this is your love life, this is your love story, but this is the 7 heavenly virtues. So it just means that there's a lot of areas that you asked. Perhaps there's a love relationship that has made you ask for more things than just the perfect partner. Maybe in this relationship, it became very clear how much freedom you seek. In this relationship, maybe it became very clear what type of work you want to do, and how much you want to invest in the work that you do, and so forth. In terms of your love, if we just stay there for the sake of it, in terms of your love, the wish fulfillment is overwhelming. You're completely in alignment with the universe. You're completely in alignment with the stars there. This is the star over and over again. You're in the galaxy, and the shooting star is a wish fulfillment. And do you see that it's raining upon you? I'm not suggesting that you're gonna attract 10 partners and marry them all. But there's definitely, it just wants to emphasize how much you've done in the opposition to it, and how much now is coming in. This is your person showing up. This is you being in the perfect place, in the perfect alignment with yourself, so that it can start to rain, literally. Check looking up on time. Here's the advice. Go with the flow. Go with the flow, guys. This is you standing on 3 fish. It's a magical number 3, which is all about manifestation. And it's just asking you now to go with the flow. Just go. It says go with the flow on the bottom, if you could read it, but it's being reversed. There's a full moon there as well. It's been a moon here as well. So the moon cycles might be of interest to you. It's a blood moon here as well with the choices. So a lot of lunar, perhaps, save myself there. A lot of moon activity playing a role perhaps in your life. You feel if you resonate with that or not. The number 3 is all about manifestation. Strong manifestation here happening. So around your love life, it's looking darn good. I want something around your person before we go into the extended. So what energy can we find around Cancer's person? Wow. It's so cheesy. Cancer, it's so freaking cheesy, but this is the one. At least for 10 minutes. I'm kidding. It's like, it wants to show you, this is 2 of Gabriel's. This is like, and I learn now, it's so interesting because I learn new words through these readings. Under the dome. So and I also love that we have a representation of the homosexual community. It's not just white heterosexual couples that are being sort of shown here. This is 2 men in a committed relationship, and it feels like it almost feels like it's under the dome. This is the rainbow, but it's like you're gonna meet this person. It's like this person wants to take you in. I don't know, it's not so, you don't need protection. You don't need protection at all, but I think you will find it quite comforting that this person is somebody that wants to take you under their wings. They feel very protected over you. So it's not gender specific, it's not sexual specific. This is whatever preference you have. Still, your person, Cancer, feel free to swap the characters around. If you feel like, no, that's completely me, then you know it's you. But what I pick up here is that it's them that wants to take you under their wing. They're going to be very protective over you, feeling like you're the most precious, not fragile, but the most precious thing they ever saw. It's really beautiful. And then it just wants to, from their point of view, if you will, if you look at this card, it's like we have a present here that this is them, could also be a man. They've opened this present, they opened this present, this present, this present, and this present. So they've been through a couple of ups and downs in terms of relationships, or a couple of ups and downs with one relationship in the past, and they just kept moving on. And for each relationship, they've healed a bit more and healed a bit more. And with this 5, they have overcome some obstacles, and they've changed their life on numerous occasions, and they're now in complete green. They're I don't know if we ever get completely whole in one lifetime, but as close as one can get, they have a pretty clear picture of who they are, as do somebody else that I know. This is you guys. This is even more fun. As you do, out riding on fish, as one does in the moonlight. They're completely dressed in green, and here you are as a little gift, as a little mirror gift. You're mirroring them, and they're mirroring you. So they're dressed in green, and here you come being green with yellow ribbons. Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm going to move into the extended and see what else I can find there, go deeper. And so if you resonate with that, or with this rather, and you might feel drawn to the extended, then please join me there. The link is in the description box down below. If this is where we go our separate ways, then thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye, Cancer.